So, hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to rank up way faster in Fortnite. So, as you can see my gameplay right now, I'm just gonna give you a few tips through the way, and overall just give you better focusing tips and where you should land, and just how to survive longer. So, one tip let's get straight into the video. One tip I have is that mainly focus on first getting your loot and then trying to find more people to kill. Because the more people you kill, the more you rank up. Some people just randomly, they just randomly sit and hide the whole time. And not very, skillful, because you're not ranking up, you're just hiding and hoping to win the match. And then in the end game, you're just sitting and hiding the whole time, But anyways, another thing is your drop spot. Now, I mainly drop here. Actually, some YouTubers drop here as well. But I think it's smart to drop here because it has a decent amount of chests, and it doesn't actually have that many people that usually land there. As you can see in my gameplay, nobody really landed here. But it's very crucial and very important. And overall, I would state your landing spot may depend on whether you lose the game or whether or not you don't lose whether or not you do lose the game. Let's just say that. Now, one tip I may state as a fact is that stop getting this like feeling that you might lose, or don't just give up after one match, or don't do anything like that. If you want to rank up fast, you have to be confident in your skills, and you overall have to know, like, you want to be as confident as you can be, and you want to be like, I'm gonna win this, I'm gonna win. And you want to try to find more people as you go, as I stated earlier. You want to try to find the most amount of people you can, because that will help you win games faster, as people will, the player count will go down faster, and it helps you with your rank, which is very good in my opinion. Now, another thing that I may state is that you mainly want to look for loot while nobody's there. But the thing is, when people get in fights, when I watch clips of people, obviously not YouTubers, I just watch clips of people just posting that don't have many subscribers. I mean, there are YouTubers, but one thing I mainly see is that when they're in a tough situation, they try to run. Now, even though this may be a good choice if you are outcounted, if you're like in a 2v1 with a teammate or something, this may be actually a really good choice. I'm not gonna lie. Now, yes, this is a good choice, but if it's a 1v1 or a 2v1, you don't want to be running away. You want to be confident in your skills, and you want to rush them mostly. Is what I'm trying to get at. You just want to mainly You want to mainly try the best you can to get to them quickly, but not be too obvious to where you're just sitting right there in front of them and they can kill you. Now, one of the things that determines whether you're going to win the fight or not is whoever gets the first shot. Now, mainly me, I like to go try to get my first shot with like a spray weapon. And then I like to finish off with a shotgun after my spray weapon has to reload. Now, I use the Chaos Reloader shotgun and the pistol as I feel these are the best weapons to use. And sometimes I use, what is it called? The Vector DMR or whatever. But, one other thing is when you land, wherever you're gonna land, I recommend trying to get as much health as you can get whenever you land, as this may determine, you know, if the enemy if the, this probably determines whether you win the fight or not. Because usually whenever you start a game, your opponent may not have really much any of health. But anyways, yeah, hold up. Anyways, yeah, your opponent may not have really any health, and this could determine a lot during the fight, because you will have extra health, and overall just mainly an advantage on the fight. I died. Anyways, yeah, you'll have a, see, I rank up a little bit. Even though I lost the match, I was confident, I killed people, and, another thing, a lot of people say, if you do wear girl skins, it gives you a lesser hitbox. Yes, that is true. I mean, it kind of gives you a more advantage, but it doesn't matter what skin you wear. It doesn't. It doesn't really matter what skin you wear at all. Now, me personally, I'll buy very few skins a year because they really don't do anything. I mean, you don't have to wear a girl skin. You don't have to wear a boy skin. You don't have to wear, well, you have to wear something, but the thing is, it may give you an advantage, but if your opponent has like a shotgun or something, it's really not going to give you an advantage. In fact, it may give you a disadvantage. Because maybe too confident / cocky, and I don't know. I mean, it gives you a less hitbox, but just by a little bit. But if your opponent has like a shotgun or something, it really doesn't matter what skin you wear, especially in ranked. So, probably one more thing before I may stop recording is just have, I see a lot of people, whenever they get nervous, or whether they don't, they do not use their full 100%. And that makes me kind of mad, because when you fight, like, you mainly want to use your 100%. That determines if you win the game, if you win the fight, if you win anything. Because if you're not using your 100%, you're basically saying, I want to lose this match. You're giving yourself a disadvantage. You're giving your opponent the free win. See, I'm using my 100%. I'm finna go rush this enemy. I'm finna try to destroy this opponent. See? That's it. Even if you are low health, don't be like, oh, I'm gonna lose. Just let him win. You gotta try your best, because you never know. You could be lucky enough or skillful enough to win the fight, clutch it up, do anything. It really doesn't matter. Just use your 100% even if you know you're gonna lose the fight, because there's really no telling. There really isn't. You just gotta trust in your skill and your luck. You gotta be the type of person just to, well, it's hard to explain, but what I'm trying to get out is that sometimes people just give up. They don't feel like trying to win the fight. They don't feel like trying to just, overall, they always give up. And that's what angers me. I mean, not completely, but it just makes me kind of mad that I just see people don't do their 100% even though they could. But that will be all for today's video. And I will see you later, maybe in another video.